Rebounded by such a hefty total against Mercer, as you note. The opening tip is won by Chicago State. Elijah Weaver handles it for the Cougars. Here's Brent Davis. We'll talk about him as well. The former player for the Citadel, spent 2 years. Now here with Chicago State up. Instead, he'll find Morgan. Morgan just in time, and it's good. It was in time.
It was close. He pump faked with just over 1 second. But he had just gotten it off in time, and that is the case as the officials.
Shot, now Cardette Jr. Cardette Jr. would actually also be somewhat familiar with Cardette Jr. and Brent Davis. You're right, they're not seeing a lot of the familiar faces they would have known, even just from 1 year ago. Clark, poked away by Weaver, picked up by Davis, a battle for it. Durr got a hand on it initially. Smith helped complete the turnover. Now Smith has it underneath, and he scores.
To the kennel in Gonzaga at the end of the year.
There in Palo Alto, California, January 25th, 2 days later. Cardette Jr. on a drive. It's a 6-0 run right now by Chicago State. Here's that whistle against Weaver.
With all the games this week.
Austin Ash has been a unit of 5 in practice. Morgan ties it at 9.
Now there's a guy who's played a lot of college basketball.
Davis from deep. That's good.
Well, when he first came, he was a little bit frustrated he couldn't get the basketball.
There's a way to get Clark the ball. Ash launches and hits.
That's, again, tells the crowd to make some noise.
He certainly does that frequently, but boy, here's Weaver. Lays it in with the left hand.
And that's
just come up empty.
They've had a tough time getting off clean looks at times. Now another 3 for Chicago.
13 nationally by his position, so that just shows some of the talent. Boy, Austin Ash will take it. Drives into traffic, finds Weaver, and there on cue is averaging just shy of 12 points per game this year. Here's Ash, and he hits another one.
Well, on one end, that
Weaver starting to heat up. Morgan lays it in. Point. He still finds a way to take a shot. Now Corbett cleans it up for
to spin back. And sometimes you allow him to get a step and just finish it with the primary hand.
Boy, what a pure shot there. Here's responding to that. 3 to shoot. Cardette does indeed stretch it to 10. And now Engler has a pass stolen by Weaver. Coast to coast for 2. Timeout. 5 to shoot for Chicago State. Corbett will go over the top of it. Ash. He's seeing it well.
Nice, because maybe you think that the foot speed is a little too much. It's got to be Stephen Clark.
Unbelievable. For 6 from 3-point range. He's also made his only shot attempt inside the. Lays it in.
Where you don't want to pick up a cheap offensive foul driving out of control.
Forces up a runner with the left hand and it banks in.
And that's
the shot. Cardette's putback doesn't go. Ash pulls it down. Long pass leads Durr up the floor for transition to right back to him. Now Durr. And he laid another chance for the Bulldogs to tie it or take the lead. It's Morgan for the latter, and he provides it. Full threat that was highlighted in the graphic earlier. Corbett puts Chicago State right back in front. Drive and dish to Cardette for the flush. Kendrick looking right, takes it himself, now finds Durr, who lays it in. Davis has been held to 6 points in his return to McAllister Fieldhouse on a couple of 3. Driving on Johnson. Ash creates some space and hits it.
But just tipped at the last second, and Clark did a good job to pull his fingers back.
Morgan standing alone in the corner. All the way ahead to Johnson, slams it through for the Chicago State. Will answer at the rim on the other end.
Man, Clark so slip looks.
Final 2 minutes here. Johnson for the lead. Yes.
That's a couple of big buckets.
State built a 14-point lead. Here's Morgan. And the Citadel is back in front. And 2 points. This time Davis puts it on the deck, drives, finds Corbett underneath for 2.
I didn't like the decision.
With 2 to shoot, puts it up, banks it in with .3 remaining. Britt Davis, as the shot goes up from Durr, does not hit. Britt Davis is the hero in his old building. 2 years, a member of the Citadel Bulldogs, played 52 games. It was a struggling night for him for